Thank you so much. And hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Lan Repar, and I am happy to guide you through the MSc in Food Business and Innovation. My colleague, Professor Joe Bogue, is a program co-director for this particular master's. So just from the start, this master's is really interesting, extremely dynamic master's, and we do take students from huge variety of backgrounds, not just the business economic backgrounds, but over the years we had students that come from art, from food science, food nutrition, history. So really wide variety of backgrounds of students that come to our program. Some of the key unique selling points are that this program is all you need in order for your next ideal job. So this program is going to prepare you for a highly dynamic and rewarding career in the global food and beverage industry, but also other industries too. And also what we really put a high emphasis on is the hands-on experiential learning through many different teaching methods. Also through master classes, you're going to get guidance directly from the businesses. And finally, there is an opportunity for really rewarding industry placement. So that's all of this can prepare you to play a real lead role in your chosen path, whatever that is. So why should you choose the MSc in Food Business and Innovation? As I said, this program is going to prepare you for global business and in order to be able to address social challenges that, again, as we can see in the current situation, are huge, especially if you look at it, how the current circumstances are impacting food and beverage and other industries as well. In this program, we put a lot of emphasis on innovation and entrepreneurship, and we see this kind of like emphasis as the way forward for betterment of our society and our planet as well. In this program, you're going to face unique combination of program content, and you also will be able to apply your learnings at your industry placement, whether you decide to do your industry placement in Ireland or maybe abroad. Over the years, we had many different placements in Ireland, other parts of Europe like France, Italy, Spain, but also abroad in the US. And finally, you're going to become part of exciting learning environment. We have very international cohort of students, and all of this is going to impact your really positive experience on this program. So in terms of where our students go with this MSc in Food Business and Innovation, you can see some of the companies that we kind of extracted just to show you where our students actually end up working. It's a very diverse job types that our students get, and you can see from the industries they cover food and beverage companies, but also we have pharmaceutical industry as well, banking, financial industries, and loads of different sectors as well. And in terms of the roles, you can see some of the roles here, such as marketing manager, digital marketing executive, new product development, which is really exciting as well. Our students also get jobs in sales, sustainability officer, very popular in the recent years as well, business consultant, working for some of the bigger companies as well. Again, the roles that are related to supply chain, for example, science innovation specialist, but also maybe you're going to notice at the very kind of like bottom, there is a startup owner as well. Over the years, we had students who have successfully actually developed their own businesses in the area of food and beverage industry after completing this program. So basically, this program is going to be giving you enough knowledge and skills in order to go into the industry that you want and do what you desire to do with your life next. So here are some of the examples of the placement roles really fresh from the press. So this is for March and August 2026. I couldn't put all of them on the slide, but here are some of the examples of the placement roles that our students secured this year. So we have PepsiCo, for example, global procurement role, Ferrero business planning specialist. Musgrave takes a lot of our students from different type of roles, own brand product development, innovation concept owner, trading assistant. Tirlan also took 3 of our students in the supply chain this year. And again, we have lots of different opportunities. And also we have newer companies, startups, for example, Oak, which is also taking our students for the marketing role in particular. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you see yourself in one of those roles, we are more than happy to meet you maybe afterwards, or you can contact us as well. So in terms of some of the hats of the recent alumni from MSc in Food Business and Innovation, here's an example of Joanne. So she did this master's between 2019 and 2020 academic year. She actually did her placement in Oak Park's Food. She was a marketing graduate there. Then she moved on to Ferrero in Sydney, Australia as an account executive. And at the moment, she is working with Mars as the key account manager. So again, you can nicely see the path and how Joanne did it in her role. Another example is Kian. So I mentioned that this master's is not just for the food and beverage industry, but also for other industries. Here's a great example from Kian. So he completed this program in 2021. He went to do the graduate role with PepsiCo. Then he was doing supply chain role in Santa Monica. And today he is with Deloitte as a senior consultant in Dublin. Another example, this is Sophie. She did the master's in 2019-2020. She did then the role with Diageo. Then she was doing Nestle. And then today she is with Red Bull as well. So just a few examples of the most recent alumni, just to help you position what is that this master's can give you. I promised to also mention something about starting your own business. Here's an example from Shannon O'Reilly. So Shannon completed this master's. As for her research project, she wants to develop an app, and here it is. After this path, which it is a difficult one to become your own owner and a startup owner. Shannon actually successfully did it, and she has been even listed as 30 under 30 by the Irish Independent. She has been on the national TV show, and this is what she came up with: food allergen management system, after completing our program. And the most recent one that we are very proud of as well is Sarah. So Sarah started her own business, the second one, with Oak Snacks. And in this picture in the middle, you can actually see Shona, who is actually a current student, and she is doing placement with Oak. She is actually in the marketing intern role. She is absolutely loving it. She says that it's really interesting to see how Sarah completed her master's, and now Shona is actually, as part of the placement, helping to build her own startup business. So here are some of the examples. There are many more for this master's, but kind of like gives you an idea how broad you can go with this master's in food business and innovation. Here are some of the things that you're going to learn. So we kind of like have it nicely divided into different areas. For example, you're going to hear a little bit about the global food systems. A few modules are going to be addressing this side. Entrepreneurship and innovation, you're going to have one module through 2 semesters, which is really going to encourage you to actually come up with your own food or beverage product, service, or an app. So you have plenty of time and plenty of help from our lecturers, the guest lecturers as well, to actually develop as part of the group something new. And then we have the food marketing area as well. Again, lots of different modules. For example, I teach digital media marketing, where you have to, as part of the group, develop a campaign for a business of your choice. And then finally, we have the application, where you can opt for the industry placement, and everybody also does their research project as part of this module. So again, a great blend of modules which are going to help you to figure out what you want to do next, and also they're going to equip you to be able to compete on the job market extremely successfully. So what kind of graduates are we helping to shape? Graduates that are passionate about food and beverage, passionate about the planet. Also graduates that are very knowledgeable about their area and creative. They're innovative. They use their entrepreneurial mind to come up with new solutions. They love business, and they stay curious and resilient, which is especially important in current circumstances. And we hear from the industry a lot that they really want students that have not just the hard skills, but the soft skills, which is exactly what we are developing in this master's. They're problem solvers, they're very competitive, and they grow into inspiring and responsible leaders, with sustainability mindset. So in terms of the environment, what is unique about this master's? Just this year, for example, we have 58 students, which is quite a big cohort, lots of international students, also lots of Irish students as well. It's a very diverse cohort, very engaged cohort as well. We do lots of different activities, including master classes, the business idea pitching, critically important skill in today's business. We do design thinking, we do visits to the businesses, we do case studies, role-playing scenarios, so everything that you need really in order to be really confident and capable for your next step in your career. Here are some of the examples from the students, what they say. This is Stephen, so he graduated a few years ago and he is now with Pathway International in Sydney, Australia. He particularly loved the business skills and the wide range of modules in this program, and that helped him to find his way. So in terms of the different things that we do master classes, as you can see, with different lectures, guest lectures, different businesses, which all help to gain skills and different opportunities for the students as well. You're also going to create something new. As I said, here are some of the examples of the products that students created and also campaigns that students did as part of the digital media marketing module. Also, we actually have one student that was so successful that he actually created a product that is available on the market, Dunn's Crab Cocktail. So if you haven't tried it, you're more than welcome. So here's also some of the examples of industry placements. We have David, who is going to PepsiCo, Ellen, Cuhon Seafoods, and also Ronan, he's going to Aldi, and all of them are literally at the moment on their placement. Again, some of the examples of students. Madeline really loved the research project and placement as part of this program. So in terms of the other activities, we engage our students into business simulation games, which students love because it helps them to learn outside of your typical kind of like teaching method. We also have opportunities such as hackathons, which our students really love to compete. Some of our most recent collaboration is with local enterprise office, where students were actually competing in the pitching session. They got prizes, but they also were able to pitch successfully to the local enterprise office. As well, we had the industry collaboration with Frank and Honest, great coffee, and also students had to come up with a circular economy project for them. Again, we had the representatives from Frank and Honest, students were pitching to them, and then they rewarded the best project as well. So extremely dynamic and extremely focused on the industry. So if you would like to email us, Joe Bogue and myself, our email is here. We are happy to meet you in person, and also if you want to meet us via Microsoft Teams. That's it. I'm within the time frame. Any questions, Mairead? Happy to answer.
Brilliant. Thanks, Lana. I think you explained it to me so well before when you said about people, if they have a passion for food, how great it is to be able to learn all about business through that as the avenue to actually conceptualize it, you know, and I think the entrepreneurship skill set that you build out as well is so fantastic, and it's amazing to see so many people already with successful products out there.
That's it.
Fabulous. Okay,
Perfect.
Lana. And again, I want to stress again how fantastic our program directors are for taking questions. And as Lana and mentioned, herself and Joe have always been great for jumping on calls with students to, you know, help talk through like your own personal kind of story and where you see yourself going. And they often have, you know, they've come across students that have taken the same kind of pathway, and they can actually, you know, help elaborate on how what you've learned so far. By adding this on, it can reposition you and change your career trajectory. Thanks so much, Lana.